I am the host of Baseball Live. My co-host is Barry Weinberg. My guest is Dina.
Dina Corrado is back on Hanging with Heather. I'm so excited.
I know. Who doesn't want to hang with Heather? Everybody does.
I know. Oh my gosh,
Heather,
we
what do
sold
you
out
have
those
for
summer
me?
dates.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, we have to catch up with Dina, hear about everything that's been going on. This is so exciting. So Heather, why don't you start with your first question of the
My
day?
first question, what is your background?
What is my background? So what do I do for a living now? Is that what you want to know?
What is your background for English for Good?
Oh, for my Integrate for Good. I started because I was inspired by Bev to become part of the team and be a board member and just see what we can do to help get everybody included in society.
Wow.
I mainly handle fundraising, marketing, and PR kind of things are the things that I do best.
I know what, Heather, Dina's like you, she knows everybody.
Yep.
Whenever I mention our gala coming up, we're so excited that we have Brian Propp coming, and I always say, oh, Dina Corrado got us the best keynote speaker. I'm like, do you know Dina? Everyone answers, of course.
Yep.
Yeah, so Dina got us a great speaker. She's helping us with sponsors and raffles. Oh my gosh, she's helping us with so much with Integrate for Good, and she's been our Integrate for Good friend for a long time. So we're so grateful.
Yep, and Brian was just so gracious and just is so happy to be helping us, and I can't be more thankful to him, really.
Yeah, so generous.
Very generous, and just wanting to share his story too, because he has a story behind. He's had some problems recently, and he's doing everything he can to overcome them. So it's great.
Wow, thank you, Dina. What kind of bench or fundraiser you do for English for Good?
Well, we have a couple of different things that we're getting ready to do. Of course, the gala. So that'll be our biggest fundraiser of the year. But there's some things in the pipelines that we're working on, like we want to do a cow plop. And we're going to do a cookbook, because Heather's going to help me with that, right, Heather?
Yep.
Heather loves to cook, so we're going to do a cookbook. We did a fundraiser for Pampered Chef already, so we'll probably do another one of them in conjunction with the cookbook. We're going to do a dine and donate. So we're going to do a dine and donate at 1720, which is located in Chalfont, and so we'll do that in September. And I want to say, I believe the date's going to be September 28th, but I'm still confirming that. So I didn't put it out in writing anywhere yet. But everybody will be able to come to the restaurant, and no matter whether you're with Integrate for Good or not, we will get 10% of all the food sales, which is huge. Yeah, so we're going to be advertising that and having people that don't know about Integrate for Good, but we'll be there to explain what we do and how we help.
What kind of do English for Good? What kind of stuff do you do English for Good? What kind of stuff do you do?
What kind of stuff do we do for Integrate for Good?
Yeah.
We do everything from, collecting bags for the sleeping mats, collecting rocks, and doing kindness rocks. And that's more of just projects to kind of integrate the rest of society to know what we do and how we can help people be more included.
Wow. Do you get a degree or a master's degree for English for Good?
I don't, but I'm going to ask Bev for one. How about that? She has a doctorate. I'm going to ask her for my marketing degree.
I know it. It's so awesome, Heather. People can bring their experience to Integrate for Good, and people get background and experience in so many different ways. College is one little way to do that, but being able to connect with people in the community, being able to, donate and volunteer your time and your talent, your background, all of that. And really, the things that are most important to us don't require a college degree. They just require people that say, you know what, I want to live in a community where there's a place for everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And Dina does all this while working like beyond a full-time job for ServPro. And I'm always fascinated to hear about the work she does with ServPro.
ServPro is a ton of
What do you
kind
do?
of
with your
disaster.
What kind,
It-
what kind of stuff you do with the depot?
So ServPro,
Habitat.
we do disaster relief. So if you have a pipe burst or you have a fire in your home, like a flood, a toilet, sewage backup, any kind of those things, that's what we do for a living. We clean up really bad, disgusting disasters.
Wow.
And we rebuild like it never even happened. So when we leave a project, we want it to look like you never even had any kind of disaster or emergency.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
It's
We always
fun.
say, like,
How do you get the job with that?
How did I get a job with that?
Yeah.
that's an interesting
well-
story.
Yeah. So I have a construction background and an insurance background, and my son was working at ServPro, and he said, "Mom, there's this one territory that we have that we're not doing as well as we could. And I really think that you would be a good person to come and work with." So my son helped me get a job.
Isn't that
Wow.
awesome?
What?
And I always say Dina must be such an awesome mom that her son wants to work with her.
Wow. What kind?
Yeah, ServPro, we say everybody should know about ServPro before they need ServPro.
Absolutely.
A family that's near and dear to our heart, just was woken up in the middle of the night with a fire, and thank God they're okay and they're, rebuilding their lives, and we're so grateful to be able to help support them and care about them.
Yeah.
And you don't expect those things to happen. So if you know right away, okay, I know Dina, I know ServPro, I know who to call.
Yeah.
Because at that moment, I can't imagine, you just wouldn't even know what to do. You'd just be in shock. And to know that Dina and ServPro exist ahead of time, and you can have that in your back pocket or have that in your mind. As soon as I heard, well, Heather, you told me that the fire happened that we heard about.
Yeah.
And that was my first question to the family. I said, do you know Dina from ServPro? And they were already connected with ServPro, which was so great, because you don't know what to do, and you need people that know what to do to help you.
Yeah.
We're used to dealing with that every day, so it's a little bit easier for us. So we know the steps, and we're not in
What
a
kind
panic
of stuff
mode.
you do? What kind of stuff you do? Great.
So when they first call in, we kind of try and understand what the problem is, and then we'll try and figure out the best steps for that particular person. Sometimes it's tenants and they're renting for someone. Sometimes it's a hotel, a manufacturing company. So there's different approaches for every single job.
Wow.
Yep,
Amazing.
it is amazing.
Isn't it? Because they help a single family or a single person all the way up to huge companies and everybody in between.
Wow.
Yeah. So we have a big job, but somebody has to do it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we're so
So
grateful.
how many
they're in our
recipes are we
community.
getting from you, Heather? How many recipes are going to be in our cookbook? That's what I want to know.
I'll tell you.
You'll tell me later.
They're secret family recipes.
That's what we want. Secret family recipes.
Yeah, and we love that this is going to be a community cookbook. So we have people like Dina and Heather and Nick on our team that are amazing cooks and bakers. And we know there are more people like that out in our community. So we want them to send in their recipes, and especially if there's any little story that goes along with it, like, is this a recipe your family makes for like a special holiday? Or was it passed down from your great grandparent? Or is it a recipe that your picky kids would always eat no matter what? So we love the recipe. And then we, if there's a sentence or two you can tell us about why it's a cool recipe, we would love for you to send them. You can email them right into us, and we can't wait to put that cookbook together.
Yep, I'm going to give a couple of family secrets away, I'm sure, but that's okay.
Oh,
They've been passed down to me, so I'll pass them down to someone else.
oh,
They're all good.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Heather, did you have any other questions for Dina this morning?
What do you do on the board? What do you do on the board of English for Good?
With the fundraising, it's mainly what we're working on right now. So if anybody knows of anyone that would want to contribute in any way to the gala. So the things that we're looking for the gala is maybe some experiences, like things that you don't normally have access to, like a hot air balloon ride, or do you know somebody that parachutes, or do you have access to do a behind the scenes tour at the link? Those are the kind of people and experiences that I think people would love to do and could raise a lot of money for Integrate for Good. And then we'll also do a basket of cheer, and we'll have different themed baskets to go along the way. But the experiences tend to be where the most money is. If someone has a timeshare, they could share that with us. That's wonderful. If they have tickets to the Sixers, again, a great thing. So I think tickets, concerts, comedy shows, everybody knows somebody that has something that is worthwhile.
Cooking.
You could have cooking lessons. That would be awesome.
I know what that Steph, we know Steph on our team, our great marketing coordinator, her side business with her husband, her fiance, they're going to be getting married. So exciting. They do catering where they cater right to your home party. So she donated a big party for lots of people that she's going to cater. And people love that kind of opportunity to, I can have a party at my house and not have to cook. How cool is that? Yeah, those experiences are great because, I think we're definitely, still dealing with some COVID related isolation. And I think people are eager to get outside, to do things. I know we can always count on places like Longwood Gardens to donate tickets, amusement parks. Tickets to things are great. Then people put something on their calendar that they can look forward to. So like they work hard knowing that I'm going to be able to do something really fun this weekend, get together with friends, do something special with my family. So yeah, any of those raffle prize donations just make our event so much fun. And the raffle committee did such an amazing job last year that we just had this room packed with amazing raffle baskets, and people were so excited. People like to win stuff.
Yeah,
right?
They do.
Who doesn't like to win stuff? Really cool stuff.
And they like to know that it's going to a good cause. So they're doing two good things. So it's a really good, feel good night. So we're really anxious to see.
Or if anybody lead us for that. We could not do this without Dina leading and giving people these great ideas and leading our raffle committee. It means so much to the success of our event. And we couldn't do that if we didn't have great people like Dina step up to help and share their talent with us.
And we're always looking for more. We're always looking for more. So if somebody else wants to join me, please, we have a great team, but we're always looking for another.
Yeah.
What kind of talent do you do? What kind of talent?
What kind of talents do I have? You mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're endless.
Well, I don't know about that, Bev, but I like to cook. I do a lot of crafting, baking. Those type of things work well for me. I like to go paddleboarding a lot. I love the beach. So I love to go look for seashells, things like that.
Wow, that's amazing.
How about you, Heather? What do you like to do?
I tell my Leo.
You can tell me later.
No, it's cool. Dina collected these beautiful shells from when she was in Florida. And we gave them to some of the people that volunteer with our Kindness Rocks project. And we also turned some of them into kindness shells and put them in the garden.
Perfect. That's awesome.
Because we can use the same markers to, you turn over a shell and see a message inside. That's people love to find that. That's like a message of hope.
Good.
It makes people happy, right? I'll have to bring more. I'll look for more shells and bring more shells back.
Good idea, good idea, Dina.
Yeah, well, and maybe I'll get some from the shore this weekend. That's what I'll do. I'll walk the beach, get some exercise, and collect some shells.
Excellent.
And we can do kindness shells.
Yes. It's perfect.
And then in the fall and winter, when people are missing the beach, they can find a shell and remember how much they love the ocean and the beach and the sun.
Speaking of which, I know somebody
doesn't have to be just rocks.
I
Yeah,
know somebody
too.
that does special shells, so maybe I'll see if she'll make some donations to us for the auction.
Oh,
What kind of art do you do in Reaper Good?
What kind of auction are we gonna do?
Yeah,
Well, I guess it'll depend on what we get, but I'd like some foursomes to golf courses would be great.
mhm.
It would be nice if we could get some different experiences and probably a really large basket of cheer. So if anybody's out there and wants to donate one bottle, it makes a difference. It'll
Mhm.
help us. And we'll probably do some wine experiences along with a basket of wine.
wow.
There's some great wineries around here.
Yeah,
I know what people love too is overnight hotel stays, even if it's in the Philadelphia area, because it's called a staycation. Some people are like, you know what? I just want to maybe not drive or fly or have to take a bus or a train somewhere far. But you just, if you go to a hotel just for one night, just get away, have a nice dinner with it. So we always like our dinner and hotel packages we can put together for people so they can feel like they got away without like having to go far from home.
yeah, true.
Yeah, that's really popular. So if anyone's connected to any hotels, hospitality
Yeah,
industry, we love being able to give those away too.
It'll be awesome.
Yes.
Oh,
same.
and then I will tell you that I did secure one gift already, and it is nothing but bundt cakes out of Collegeville. She is going to give us a
Oh,
year's supply of bundt cakes for someone. Kim is the owner, and she's awesome.
oh,
I work with her all the time, and so she has already said she would definitely do that for us. So we're really blessed.
oh my
Great.
gosh. Those
Who doesn't
cakes
want cake?
are
Everybody wants cake.
amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I tried it, I think it was actually before she bought that location. It was when that first opened and they donated them to an event that I went to for dessert. And it was a little box, you could take it home. And I was on my way home. I said, I'm just going to take one bite of it and I'm going to save it for my kids. By the time I got home, it was an empty box because it was so good. They don't even know that I ever got the cake. I hope they're
Well, they
not
do
watching this
now.
live. I'm like, I'll just have one more bite. And then I look down, I'm like, I ate the whole cake. It was so good. That is an amazing prize. They are, oh,
Yeah, so I'm excited about that one too. And I don't know what we'll pair it with, but it probably could stand on its own, but I still
yes.
probably will,
Yes.
we'll do something.
Oh
But
my gosh.
what
Maybe
do you
with a
mean?
gym membership.
Or Dunkin' Donuts gift cards or Wawa
Yes.
gift cards, because you need a little coffee to go with those cakes.
Yes. Oh, love that.
Yes, so we're excited about that.
Well, Heather, I think we have time. We could talk to Dina all day, right?
Yeah.
And I was so excited. I got to see Dina yesterday. We were out, shout out to one of our partners, a Step Up Academy, which is a school for students with autism in Abington. And
Wow.
this year they just expanded to include a high school program. And they were there to dedicate, we watched them cut the ribbon with the really big, cool scissors for their grand opening. They're doing a really cool gardening agriculture program. They have a
Wow.
beautiful greenhouse there and tables. It's in a really beautiful shaded like tree line area so that students will be able to benefit from being in nature and learn, because gardening is a great hobby to have. And it's just a great skill. And
Yeah.
so we were there having a table and having kids learn about our Sleeping Mat project, because the Sleeping Mat project happens at a Step Up Academy. It was one of our original sites way back in 2019. And we were just so thrilled to be there and celebrate their grand opening. So if you have a family, if you have a son or a daughter who lives with autism, it's a great school to consider. It's called a Step Up Academy, and now they are K-12. So excited for them. And
Wow.
Dina
It's
was there
awesome.
supporting as well.
Dina,
Of course.
what do you do for that job?
We just went out to be supportive and be at the ribbon cutting. Bev was there with the table for Integrate for Good, so that people understand that there's things that they can get involved in outside of school.
What kind of do you do out of school?
They did, well, I think we had Children's Hospital was there. The Kellyanne Dolan Fund was there. Integrate for
Yes.
Good was there. So there's lots of little tables that they could, come and get some free stuff at or learn about. They learned about the sleeping mats yesterday, so that was good. Yeah.
And we had
so
some
it was-
students that had never tried it before that got to try it. So now when they see it in their school, they'll remember and know, some of the students, when they come in from school, some of them live far from the school and they might have to be on the bus for a long time in the morning. So when they
Wow.
get to school, sometimes it's hard to be on a school bus for kids with autism, because mostly with all kids really, because sometimes people are in your personal space, the bus goes over a bump and people are touching you and maybe you don't want them to touch you and it might smell weird and it's loud, and it's a hard way to come to school in the morning for kids who live with autism. And if it's a long bus ride, it can be rough. So sometimes they're not ready to learn right when they get to school. But if they do the sleeping mat project, even for 10 or 15 minutes, a lot of people find the weaving or making the plarn to be very calming. And it helps reduce their anxiety and it helps get them in a place in their brain where they're ready to learn. And we were so excited to be able to come in and teach their school all about the project a few years ago and to see them bringing it back. With COVID, it was hard. The students were remote, but now they're back. They have the open house, they're in person, and they can start using that project just to help kids be able to access their education a little bit better.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and give back to the community, because there are students that receive a lot of support and services, but we want to let them know that they have a lot of talent and ability to share and give back. And that's a project that's in their school that allows them to learn about that they really matter and that we count on them to build a stronger community with us.
Wow.
It's very cool. It's
It
cool
is very
partner,
cool.
cool school to work with. We love to collaborate and work together. And that's one of our really strong collaborations in the community.
That's amazing.
Yeah, partners like Dina, partners like a Step Up Academy. We partner with Kellyanne Dolan Foundation that had a table next
What
to
do
us.
you do for that?
We just let people know about those organizations. So just like maybe one day you'll need ServPro, maybe one day you might need to go to CHOP, maybe one day you might know a family that could benefit from getting some help from Kellyanne Dolan Fund. They support people that might have to stay at the hospital a long time, and they might not be able to pay some of their bills because it's so expensive when some kids have to stay at the hospital for a long time, for months sometimes.
Wow.
So they support families, which is really amazing what they do. And we always try to have tables at events to support our fellow community organizations, because we always say it takes a village to have a strong community, and we're one little piece in it. And we like to support all the other pieces as much as we can.
My choice, what do you do? What do you do in Sleeping Good when not working?
Oh, when Dina's not working, what does she do?
Yeah.
When I'm not working, my favorite place to be is be at the beach, for sure. I love to go paddleboarding. I love to be on the water. I love to walk on the beach. So that's probably where you'll find me.
That's good. What do you do? What do you do to get coming back from you?
What do I
Oh,
what?
that's one of my favorite questions Heather has.
What do you do coming back from you?
So when she volunteers and helps other people, what does she get back
Yeah.
by doing that?
Oh, well, I think you get back, you just feel revitalized, right? And that you just feel that goodness all over. So it just gives you the energy to just keep on going. It's probably the same for you, Heather, right?
I have to.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I remember one volunteer that we had at the Indian Valley Library. He said, do I get paid for this job? And we volunteer to do the sleeping mats, right? Nobody gets paid to make the sleeping mats because we donate them away. And he said, oh, wait, I understand. I get paid in my heart. And I thought that was such a beautiful way to describe it, that when you get back to the community, you get paid back in your heart. And I'm like, yes, I never thought about it that way, but I love that the way he described it.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Me
Absolutely
too.
perfect.
Well, we would love for everyone to just be able to contact Dina ahead of time before they need her. So Dina, what's the best way for people to reach out to you and learn more about ServPro?
Yeah.
Well, you could email me, or you can call me at I'll give you my cell number. It's 267-638-8761.
And I will put that right below this video so everybody has it.
And our main office number is 215-368-4110. And we have the most amazing team that will call and help you and calm you down and just get people to the rescue as fast as possible.
And one last shout out to what Dina does with ServPro, and that is helping our first responders.
Yes, Dave, I agree with that too.
We
Huge.
do. So we deliver water to all of our fire, police, and EMS because they're the ones that have to be on those scenes first. And they have a huge job, and a lot of firemen need it coming out of a fire because they're so dehydrated. So they need it on site immediately. So we always deliver water to them.
Wow, what kind of water did you deliver to them?
They get spring water.
Oh,
So they always like to have it in the, I usually deliver to not only the fires, but we'll deliver it to their places of work, where their jobs are, or their, the fire department, the police departments, the EMS.
wow. What county is that?
We deal in both Bucks and Montgomery County. So we have a pretty large territory, and we go down into Center City, Philadelphia.
Wow,
Mhm.
I didn't know that.
Yes, we have a huge territory.
Wow.
Dina's on the road a lot.
Yeah,
I live out of my car.
that helping us.
Yes. So ServPro, they're heroes to the people that they support, and then they support the other first responder heroes in our community.
Yep.
And it just makes you feel safer to know that you live in a community where there's that kind of support for, when you're having a really, really, probably one of the
Bad
hardest
day.
days of your life, to know that this support is in our community. We hope we
Yep.
never need it, but there are people that will need it every day, and to know that it's there is just,
Excellent.
it is. That's the word.
Yep.
So Heather, do you want to wrap us up today? Anything you want to share with our audience?
Go outside. Go outside. We'll get back in, wash your hands, be safe and be strong.
I love that.
Very
That's
good.
advice.
I hear in my culture before culture. English for good, but Monday is 12 o'clock to 23, Friday 10:30 to 11.
Yes.
Please
And
sign up. Please
sign up to hang with Heather.
Everybody wants to hang with Heather.
And we will post that information right below the interview too. If you want to be on Hanging with Heather, we would love to have you grab one of our fall slots. We just solidified the schedule this morning, and we would love to have you with Heather on a Friday or a Monday.
Yeah.
Well, everybody have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Thanks to our
Have a
host
great
Heather
weekend.
and our guest Dina. Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Bye,
bye.
Heather.
Bye, Dina.
Bye, honey.